Hi, my healthy friends. This is Autumn, and in this video, we're talking about agriculture, how it started and how it's going. We'll define agriculture and discuss some of the earliest evidences and then visit some modern day advancements. We know that all of our food comes from agriculture. Farming produces all the food that we eat: fruits, vegetables, dairy, and meat. Even the ingredients in our salad dressings are traced back to agriculture. The word agriculture breaks down into agra and culture. Agra, or agro, means fields or soil. And then culture means the ways of living built up by a group of human beings. So agriculture is how we use the fields and the soil to live. The Oxford Dictionary defines agriculture as the practice of cultivating the soil, growing crops, or raising livestock for human use, including the production of food, feed, fiber, fuel, or other useful products. Wikipedia expands on the definition by saying agriculture is the practice of cultivating plants and livestock. Agriculture was the key development in the rise of sedentary human civilization, whereby farming of domesticated species created food surpluses that enabled people to live in cities. The history of agriculture began thousands of years ago. Cultivation of food happened sort of simultaneously all over the globe. Wild grains were the first foods that humans domesticated. The 8 Neolithic founder crops were emmer wheat, einkorn wheat, hulled barley, peas, lentils, bitter vetch, chickpeas, and flax. These were cultivated in the eastern Mediterranean and formed the basis of agriculture there. Then China added rice, mung beans, soybeans, and adzuki beans. After that, we added some animals: pigs, sheep, cattle, and so on. Interested in more of the timeline of food? Visit Wikipedia's Timeline of Food article or visit foodtimeline.org. There's some really interesting things there. As agriculture expanded, so did our tools and techniques. At the very earliest stages of agriculture, sticks, stone, animal bones, or horns, or even clay baked into shapes would have been the only tools available to work the earth and harvest plants. Soon, the Bronze Age would introduce a simple plow to scratch rows into the soil. After that, the Iron Age tools made things much easier. The bronze tips on plows were replaced with iron, and iron sickles were used to harvest crops. Coulters were added to plows to break up the ground before the row was dug by the plow tip. More and more improvements to agriculture tools and techniques continued to occur and are happening even faster now. GPS-guided tractors help eliminate crisscrossing and overlapping crops with double the necessary seed, fertilizer, and pesticides, saving money on fuel costs and operator time. Solar power provides energy to greenhouses, and you can even grow some crops like blueberries underneath the panels. Greenhouse climates controlled by AI allow us to correct unfavorable weather conditions and ensure successful harvest of some more sensitive crops. We've even gotten drones to work in agriculture. By quickly surveying vast stretches of farmland, drones can map the property, report on crop health, improve spraying accuracy, monitor livestock and irrigation systems, all of this saving farmers time and money. There seems to be no end to the research and the study that goes into agriculture, and for good reason. All of the food for the whole world comes from agriculture, and with populations on the rise, we have our work cut out for us.